Okay, the thing stopped, so I don't know where it stopped, and I don't know what's going on with this thing, so I hope it's not time for a new camera, because I really don't want to have to do that. Okay, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Hey, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. It's 9:24, and today is Tuesday, the 17th or 20th. Can't tell. Anyway, it's Tuesday, and it's 9:24 a.m. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is the last 3 days. 3.8 miles, 4.6, and so far today 3.0. So I'm back to walking, which is a good thing for me. Try to get back out there, do some walking. 3.0, that's about I haven't checked the distance in a long time. That's it's approximate, but it's really close to the top of the hill and back. And we got all this growth here. I need to get a weed whacker for this. So that's not a good thing. So anyway, it's nice out. It hasn't been too hot. Looks like it might heat up today. But anyway, back out to walking, which is a good thing for me. Very good thing. Real good. I need that. And to get up early, I got up early. I've been getting up fairly early. I don't know why exactly, but I have been getting up early. And that's a good thing. And working on these flags. I'm not sure if I'm doing better or worse on these. That's the original right there. And then they're getting this little coloration change. So I don't know if this is better or worse. I don't know if it's better or worse. So it's different. Put it that way. It's a change. These are getting changed up a little bit. I like to change it. I like to change. This one. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'll upload this video. I'll put this one in the front of the video. So trust me, the ones after this aren't going to be any more enlightening. Okay, I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Well, went for a little walk. It's a short one. I came back, and I found something in my driveway. It's still there. See that line across the road right there? Oh, it looks like he's moving. It's a young snake. Now these are good snakes. This is not the rattlesnake kind of a snake. It doesn't have any rattles. It's a cool snake. And these snakes, like this, these are the ones that will the snakes like there are the ones that will kill rattlesnakes. Now that one's small. So from what I understand, that basically when these snakes are not susceptible to the venom from the rattlesnake. So it's basically a constrictor fight, you know, where the biggest one is basically going to win. So hopefully that one will find some young rattlesnakes and do them in. So that was a good thing to see. I went out to see today. I was walking down the road, and today I was walking down the road, and this guy pulls up, who happens to be, I found out later, the same guy that I was having trouble with many, many years ago with his dogs. He had a bunch of dogs, vicious dogs. And so I was doing battle with him when I would go on my walks and stuff like that. So saw him today, and he you know, he recognized me. I didn't recognize him. They apologized, and you know, I apologized too, you know, because it was, you know, it was a deal. And so he stopped, and I saw him, and I went over. He says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to be trying to sell you anything." He says, "I got some watermelons here. I'm going to be throwing away if you want them." So, okay. So I got the watermelons, and I got in the truck with him, and he drove me up to the house, and I unloaded all the watermelons. I gave him 3 pendants for his wife, and then he said that he sold pinto beans as well. So I bought a 10-pound bag of pinto beans, locally grown pinto beans from him. And so I got those watermelons, and so what I did is I went and took the watermelons, and I went to give one down to first of all I gave one to my neighbor across the street, the guy with the lights. Gave one to him. He wasn't there, but I left one there for him. And then I put one over here on my next door neighbor's property at the gate, and you know, the main reason I did that is to try and solve an issue that hopefully I'm not going to have with this guy. Hopefully not. But you can see there's a light on that pole over there. That light shines on my property down here and lights it up like a freaking parking lot. And then it shines on my property over here. And this is rude behavior. You can't do that. So anyway, I told him about this years ago, and he shut it down. And all of a sudden, it was on last night. So I was thinking, well, maybe he's gone away for the weekend or something. And anyway, the light's on right now. And his gate was open, and the watermelon was gone. So that was cool. Hopefully, I'm not going to have any issues with him, because I can't handle, you know, living out in the middle of nowhere and having light on my property. Because, you know, you walk outside, and you know, what's the point of living in the country if it's going to be like you're living in town somewhere? And then I took one down the road to this guy that gave me the flashlight, and I said, I saw him, he was outside. I said, you like watermelon? He says, no. And so I thought, well, okay. He's a PTSD vet, schizophrenia. And he started telling me about why he doesn't like watermelons, is because when he was a kid, it was a stalk. He took a stalk of a sunflower and then sharpened the end and used it as a spear and threw it, and it hit some hornets, and the hornets came over and bit him all over the face, and he wound up in the hospital. And he said that he had just eaten a bunch of watermelon, and so now every time he thinks of watermelon, he can't handle it. I mean, it was okay. Wow, that's terrible. And he's the kind of guy that if you talk to him, I'd still be over there talking hours later if because he just goes on and on forever. And he was telling me about his dog had been sick, and they had taken his dog to the doctor, and the doctor was like I don't know, some fucking outrageous amount of money, to get his dog taken care of, like $400 or some damn thing like that. And then he said that his dog had this thing in his eye when he first got the dog, and it cost him like $3,000. And I'm going, holy fuck, So anyway, I couldn't take that very much longer, and excuse myself, and then it went down and dropped off a watermelon to the woman that helps take care of him. And I wrote on the watermelon, thanks for taking care of him. Then I came back and went over to see Tommy, and Tommy was there with the neighbor down the street, the road here, and we started bullshitting, and it was a good time. So Tommy's doing a lot better with his recovery and everything, so that was good. And then I ended up giving Tommy a watermelon and gave that guy a watermelon too. So I had 7, so now I'm with 2. So that's enough. And I already ate half of it, the first half of it. It was great. It wasn't the greatest watermelon, but it was good. But then what happened was that I was later I had made up this like a little sauce. It was just with mayonnaise and with some like a Dijon mustard, a little bit of that, and some relish. And then I was having some potatoes, using it as like a little dip, and then I was running out of dip, and then I took a little piece of the watermelon that's in there and chopped it all up and put it in there and had that with the sauce. It was really good. It's good. And so that's my watermelon story. All right, I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Oh, it's nice and green out there. Bye-bye. Hey, I'm Hella Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. Well, what side? Okay. Things can change here very quickly in New Mexico. Look how nice and green it is. Get some rain. I'll take my snake whacker with me, just in case. So, I don't know, hopefully this wind isn't hitting the mic too much, but come on and show you what's happening over here. Beautiful. Beautiful out. Now I wish they had the cows over here. Plenty of grass for the cows right now. They put in this new barbed wire, supposedly to help keep the cows out. But those freaking cows were jumping over the fence. Well, anyway, my friend Berto turned 80 years old. Oh, before I forget, thank you for sending me that little PayPal thing in the mail. That's nice of you. Please don't send that, though, if it's coming from your, what do you call it, rainy day fund or something like that. Thank you. So, my friend Berto turned 80 years old on Thursday. So, And my nephew came to visit. Well, he didn't come to visit me. He came to get training at the military base over here. And it was nice to see him. I haven't seen him in quite a while. He's 31 years old, and he's a major in the Air Force, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. So he's doing real good. He's newly married, pretty much. I think within the last year. So I took him a watch and gave him a watch for, you know, as a little memento for being a major. And then I gave him one of my flags. I gave him I should have taken an image of that. It's kind of like this one right here in a way, except that it's bigger. But gave him that, so it was fun to see him. And then we went for a walk. We went to the Frontier, which is a local restaurant over here, which is a big meeting place in Albuquerque. And then after that, we went for a walk. It's right across the street from the University of New Mexico, and we were walking over there, and it started raining. And we didn't care. We just walked around and literally got soaked. It wasn't one of those like pouring down rains, but it was actually pouring down, small droplets, but we were absolutely soaked. And that was okay. It was my nephew. So that was a fun experience. And then so I haven't been doing much. I don't have any kind of real motivation. I don't know what's going on, but you know, I need to do something. You know, I've been in here painting pictures, but you know, what does that do? I mean, seriously, I mean, what does that do? What am I getting out of this? You know, and this is an interesting series. This dash 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 M dash 01. It goes up to 020. And this is a series that was talking about who's the best president in the last time, and the other is like it could be Obama or it could be Trump. Maybe Adams, Adams. It could be Adams, but that's not the last. That's Adams. I think was the second president. So anyway, things are progressing over here, slowly but surely. This is the stuff I put on my roof, and then I went back to get some more, and for the price of one can of this, I got 5-gallon bucket of this other stuff, which I think is better for what I need up there. I put a complete this stuff here, elastomeric, but along my roof line. I'll show you over here. I have to be careful getting on the roof. I noticed it the other day because I was really close to the edge over here dealing with that stovepipe. But there's the roof right there, and it goes where it meets right there. There's a leak in there, and that's the area between that area over there is the kitchen area, and this is more like the living room area. And so it ran the whole length. So I put a coating on the gutter. It's not really a gutter, but where it meets on that seam, and it didn't leak. We had that rain, a little bit of a rain I told you about. Well, you can see we've been getting some rain, and it did not leak. So I'm hopefully it's that I did a good job on that, and I'm waiting for a big rain to see if it leaks. And if it doesn't, then I know that will solve that issue. And then I'll go back up and widen the space, the area that I did, and then put at least one coat, maybe 2 or 3 coats more before the winter, because I really don't want to have to go through this for a long time. I want this situation to be over with. I don't know how long I'm going to be living, but I don't know. I just don't want to get back on the roof so much. But I'm feeling good. Been out walking again. I should be out there walking right now because it's nice and cool out. But I'm making a video. So this is my excuse for not walking. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that and say thank you for that, sending me a little donation. That was very kind of you. Okay, but don't send it if you know, unless you got a lot of money, you know, because I don't, you know, I don't want people to be doing something if they don't have, I don't want to be a burden on anybody, that's for sure. Okay, I am Hella Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. It's beautiful out right now. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Huh. So rise this